Quentin Brogdon is the guy we lean on when we need some legal help here. He's an attorney with Crain, Lewis, and Brogdon. We thought we'd
I got
reach
a couple
out.
of tickets.
Yeah, no, believe me, we're gonna get to that later. But Quentin, let's dive right into this O.J. Simpson thing. Everything we're reading, it looks like he's going to get a chance to walk in October after this hearing today. What will they be looking at? What will they be looking for to approve his parole?
Good morning, Brian. You're right. The odds are that he's getting out, and they have 11 factors they look at. 11, they have a point system, and they look at his criminal history, his age and gender, history of alcohol and drug abuse, and behavior as an inmate. And by all accounts, I mean, he's 70 years old. That works in his favor. He stayed out of trouble, except he had some cookie contraband where he got a cookie. He got written up for that. But other than that, he coaches in the gym. He counsels inmates. Even the retired DA who convicted him in this, getting his memorabilia back, misadventure in Vegas, says he's probably getting out. The thing that the wild card is, it's OJ, and are they going to consider the murders of Nicole Simpson and Ron Goldman as somehow aggravating factors, even though he was never convicted of those?
They should not, though, should they?
They should not. Most agree. Some commentators have said that they may. A civil jury, he was acquitted in 1995, and the so-called trial of a century by a criminal jury under a beyond a reasonable doubt standard. But a civil jury in 1997, I'm in an airport, I apologize for the background, found him liable and assessed a verdict of $33 million against him.
It's a panel of 4 people, if I understand right, and it has to be a majority. Is that right, of the 4?
4 members decide. If they can't agree, then 2 more members are added until 4 agree. And then if they tie 3-3, it's denied, but then it's reset for 6 months until they have a new hearing. Okay. And so if parole ends up being denied, he'll be in prison till 2022.
Oh, wow. Okay. But if he is, in fact, granted parole, he gets to walk in October, correct?
That's right, October 1, and predictions are, he has to serve 9 years. He got a sentence of 9 to 33 years, and 9 years would be up October 1. Most predictions are he would move back to Florida. Florida, interestingly, is very protective of his wealth and his assets, and he has that big judgment hanging over him for $33 million. And cynics would say part of the reason he ended up in Florida anyway was to avoid having to pay that.
If he gets out, will he go to a halfway house before he's actually out in public, or will he go from prison to being out?
He'll go from prison to being out. He's in, ironically, a place called Lovelock Correctional Facility in Nevada. Mm-hmm. Probably he would be transferred to a closer, less remote location, and they would have to approve, the parole board, where he moves. Probably he's going to Florida, but I think he has a sister in California, and that's an option, too.
Quentin, you got a flight. You better catch it because you need to get in front of the TV at 12 noon today, like the rest of America, so we can watch whether or not OJ's walking or not.
We'll all be watching. They deliberate in private, but they vote in public, and it's going to be televised live. So it's going to be a big deal. Lots of folks will be watching.
But should we have chips and dips and beer? I mean,
exactly. I think so. Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Quentin.
Quentin Brogdon. We always like to visit with him. He's an attorney with Crain, Lewis, and Brogdon.